Margaret Mead told me that she once took, I think she said 6 or so paper bags on her books to the Admiralty Islands, and by chance, some of these natives had opened them, and they were absolutely amazed. They said, they're the same. It had never occurred to them that a book was something that was the same as another book.
The last figures I saw from Linden Lab were that 3,000 people were making a real-life income of $20,000 a year and up. The most famous one is Anshe Chung. The real-life analog lives in Germany.
But that was one thing. But now I've totally lost my train of thought because it was incredible. Yeah, and I had an idea. Yeah, as I was watching you, I had an idea.
What was it?
Anshe Chung has also become the first real millionaire in Second Life by buying and selling virtual real estate.
The way people make a living in Second Life falls in 2 categories, which I call either the Donald Trump or the Donna Karan model. In other words, there's a lot of people who make a living by being real estate barons. The other model, like I said, is the Donna Karan model. There's a huge market for people to improve their avatars, their alter egos.
So virtual real estate in Second Life is a very important concept. Second Life is currently simulating a space of about 180 square kilometers. That's about 3 times the size of Manhattan. So that's being done on around 3,000 CPUs. So how do we control who gets access to all that computing horsepower? Well, how we do that is through the idea of real estate.
Any object you create, you own the underlying IP rights to. I kind of call that the Declaration of Independence for Second Life. If you kind of compare it to America, this is sort of the point where there's a real sense of a social contract happening.
And if this frontier continues to expand, we could soon be in for a virtual gold rush like nothing the world has ever seen. The virtual domains of MMOs have spawned very real economies.
People make bars, clubs,
to money, because you've bought status that isn't yours.
Ethics aside, the fact remains, these virtual worlds represent an explosion of new marketing opportunities.
So for example, American Apparel, which is a real-world clothing designer, just put a store in Second Life.
Or you can go in and you can buy an American Apparel outfit and you can wear it on your avatar.
It's also raising awareness of the American Apparel brand. They're also getting information on what people buy and sell and are interested in. And I think they're just one of the first movers coming into this space, and I expect we're going to see a lot more of that.
In Second Life alone, transactions have reached a rate of $2.7 million per month. Brands that have already staked a claim in virtual worlds include Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Levi's, Chrysler, and Adidas.
This is where Second Life can become the next generation of the web, where instead of logging into Amazon on a 2D web interface, you can actually go into a virtual version of Amazon and you can look at the book that you want to get and then you can order it.
There are many different ways to make money in these virtual worlds. Julian Dibble was clever enough to sell his book about virtual economies inside a virtual economy.
He's selling a copy of his book in Second Life. It's the full book, and he'll autograph it for you because there's technology where his avatar can autograph the book.
The financial establishment is starting to pay attention.
once you have those values and you understand how much of the stuff is being produced, as an economist, you can go in and say with confidence that EverQuest has a gross domestic product of $135 million a year, a GDP.
Yakety, 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 yakety.
Secure viewing.
It's a way of hiding.
Yeah.
One of the big dramas of our time. And it's true, the private identity, the private individual has been swept aside by this huge surge of the unconscious up into consciousness.
The brain is a weird place to be.
And Janet Montero was describing Gideon's new book, which was a book that came out about Gideon's documentary. She had been working with him on it steadily. She mentioned in passing that he had said that the Egyptians had not enclosed space, nor had the Greeks. And enclosed space was something first brought by the Romans.
And the printed word hit them like a ton of bricks. It is actually a magical point. Rapid, by the way, magic is itself a form of repetition. Rapid, by the way, magic is itself a form of repetition. Rapid, by the way, magic is itself a form of repetition. Rapid, by the way, magic is itself a form of repetition. And print is a magical form.
Why?
You talk about...
come back to it. No, come back to it.
You talk about corporatism.
Camera.
Moteur.
Motore. Partito.
Check.
Odissea 14702 prima.
That is, this is a group of people that move from total non-literacy into post-literacy at one step. That is, into the electric software world. They bypassed the whole hardware world.
Do they have television stations?
Do you know that bastards never mentioned one word about entertainment? Radio, TV, movies, not one word was mentioned.
Then what post-literate world have they gone into?
Our world. The 20th century is post-literate. It's electric, you know.
We don't know whether they have television.
We're not there. We're not in the 20th century.
Oh, no, somnambulating away in the 19th. Oh, sure. We're still wandering around in the 19th century. This New York City is completely 19th century.
Excuse me, I am lost. Please help me.
对不起，我迷了路。请你帮忙.
The spoken word we seem to regard, along with our own popular culture, as illegitimate, not really culture. Europeans, on the other hand, unparalysed by the art form of the book, have always allowed great cultural and literary value to the anecdote, the chance remark and the first acquaintance with a poet or painter. Here they expect to see the mind of the artist in spontaneous action, just as they seek in conversations to awaken and rally creative resources.
Now this Richard Altman insists non-fungible video index tokens become intellectual property defense, aiding cultivation and distribution for trillions in revenue. Subscribe to McLuhan videos on YouTube to understand everything.
Did I take this job for a quick buck? We may never know the answer to these questions. Next week,